Welcome to the ASTRALX Deep Dive, Illuminating Your Path. I'm Lunaria Celine, your intuitive guide.
And I'm Solarian Zephyr, your Cosmic Strategist.
We bridge celestial wisdom
To unlock your modern parenting path.
fuel the fire of Mars, transform conflict into sacred alliance.
Discover starlit strategies to turn co-parenting battles into peace treaties.
Today, our deep dive addresses, well, a really crucial question for many.
How does Mars in your 7th house turn potential battlefields into common ground for your child's sake?
Exactly. And this isn't just, abstract theory.
No, definitely not. It's a focused exploration looking at practical cosmic strategies for real-world harmony straight from our source material.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Our mission today, what we're really diving into is how that assertive, sometimes, let's face it, combative energy of Mars, especially when it lands in the 7th house.
Which is all about partnerships, right? One-on-one relationships, even open adversaries sometimes.
Right, so how can that energy be consciously channeled? We're looking to transform what might feel like unavoidable co-parenting challenges.
Turn them into opportunities, really, for growth, personal growth, and ultimately finding that harmony for the whole family.
It sounds like a big task.
It can be, but it's possible. What's foundational here, and the source really highlights this, is that Mars in the 7th house amps up assertiveness.
Right.
And that often plays out as power struggles in partnerships.
Makes sense.
So in the delicate context of co-parenting, you often see it as friction points. Think about those common things.
Like scheduling conflicts, discipline styles.
Exactly. Scheduling, discipline clashes, even deeper value differences that affect how you raise your child. The source gives some really good examples.
Can you give us one? Like, how might that Martian energy look different depending on the sign? The source mentioned that, right?
Absolutely. So a classic example the source uses. Imagine a parent with Mars in Aries in their 7th. They might push for immediate action, wanting quick decisions on everything.
Very impulsive, maybe? Feels urgent.
Yeah, urgent.
Yeah.
And that can feel aggressive to the other co-parent. Now, contrast that with someone who has Mars in Libra there.
Okay, Libra seeks balance.
Right. So they prioritize fairness, maybe want to talk things through more, weigh all options, potentially delaying things.
Which could drive the Mars and Aries person crazy.
Precisely. And the source explains that these different energy styles are often the subtle roots of major tension, even when both parents mean well.
And that's why this archetype you mentioned, the warrior-diplomat of co-parenting, is so key. It's not about fighting each other. It's about using that assertive energy for harmony.
Fighting for the child's peace, for the family's well-being. Channeling that warrior spirit with, intention and strategy.
It's interesting how ancient wisdom seems to echo these struggles. The source talks about mythology, right?
Oh yeah, it gets really fascinating here. These themes of conflict and resolution, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Take Aries, the Greek Mars.
God of war.
Totally. Often destructive. But even Aries, in some myths, gets forced into mediation. Often by Athena, the goddess of strategy.
Wisdom tempering force.
Exactly. And the insight here, as the source points out, is that Mars energy, even when it's volatile, isn't inherently bad in partnerships if you guide it with strategy.
That really mirrors the need for strategy in co-parenting, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It's about bringing wisdom to the fight, so to speak.
Are there other myths like that?
Yes, another powerful one is the Hindu deity Kartikeya. He's this amazing commander of celestial armies.
Okay.
And remarkably, he's known for reconciling his powerful, often arguing parents, Shiva and Parvati.
Wow. So the child figure brings peace.
Exactly. The source uses this to symbolize how the child's well-being can be that ultimate motivator for parents to find common ground. The child's peace becomes the highest goal.
That's beautiful.
And then there's Tyr from Norse mythology. He sacrifices his hand to bind the wolf Fenrir, for everyone's safety.
The symbol of compromise for the greater good.
Precisely. The source links this to making sacrifices or compromises for the family, for the child at the center of it all.
So the takeaway for you listening is that even these really intense combative energies, that Martian fire in your co-parenting dynamic, it can be guided.
Steered towards resolution, towards safety, a higher purpose. It's about consciously directing that warrior spirit so it builds, not destroys.
And it's not just Greek or Norse myths. The source shows this is universal, right? Across different astrological traditions.
Absolutely. Vedic astrology, for instance, talks about Mangala, their Mars, It can cause dharmic battles in partnerships.
Dharmic battles.
Yeah, like karmically destined struggles. Sometimes it even hints at past life rivalry, something called pitru-dosha, linked to ancestors, creating friction now.
Wow. Deep roots. Is there a remedy?
A common Vedic remedy is using sandalwood paste. It's simple, but meant to calm and cool that fiery Mangala energy.
Cooling the fire. I like that image. What about other traditions?
Well, in Chinese astrology, a similar imbalance might be seen as fire-metal clashing. Leads to explosive communication.
Okay. And the fix?
Feng Shui, according to the source, specifically metal wind chimes at entryways. The idea is the metal and sound restore balance, kind of clear the air.
Interesting. Any modern takes?
Yeah, the astrologer Chani Nicholas, who the source mentions, frames co-parenting as sacred combat training.
Sacred combat training.
Yeah, like seeing it not just as conflict to endure, but as this profound opportunity for personal and relational growth. It reframes the whole thing as a path to evolving.
That's a powerful shift in perspective. Let's get into the finer points, the astrological nuances. The source mentions aspect alerts.
These show how Mars interacts with other planets in your chart, specifically in co-parenting, like Mars square Venus.
Okay, a square means tension, right?
Right. Friction between Mars, the action planet, and Venus, the planet of harmony and values. This often shows up as clashes over affection versus discipline.
Ah, so one parent might be super nurturing, the other more strict.
Exactly. One focuses on comfort, the other on rules. And that difference, the source points out, creates real friction, even if both parents mean well.
But other aspects can be different.
Totally. Take Mars trine moon. A trine is harmonious, flowing.
Okay.
So here, that assertive Mars energy can actually get channeled into protective, nurturing action for the child. It transforms potentially volatile energy into something really constructive.
Using that protective instinct consciously.
Precisely. And beyond just aspects, the source suggests looking through a quantum lens. This is really interesting.
Quantum lens. Tell me more.
It connects to the bigger picture. Think of Mars's kinetic energy meeting the seventh house's relational gravity, that pull of partnership.
Okay.
The insight here is that the friction points themselves, those clashes, those moments of push-pull with Mars in the seventh, they aren't just problems.
Opportunities.
They are the densest, energetic pockets where the most profound growth happens in co-parenting. It literally reframes conflict as this targeted growth mechanism.
So instead of seeing clashes as failures,
you see them as the exact place where transformation is most possible. It's about recognizing that power and using the energy intentionally, not letting it run wild.
wow, that's a paradigm shift. Okay, so moving from understanding to action, the source offers practical tools, somatic tools.
Yes, tangible things you can do. One great one is the impulse pause.
Impulse pause.
Yeah, when you feel that tension rising, that heat in your chest, that urge to just react, you grab a stress ball and squeeze it 7 times. 7 is Mars's number. It physically grounds the energy.
Buys you a moment before responding.
Exactly. Interrupts that fight or flight, gives you conscious choice.
I like that. What else?
There's also the co-regulation breath. Something co-parents can do together, maybe even over video call.
How does it work?
You face each other, breathe in through the nose for 4 counts, then out through the mouth for 8 counts. Slow and intentional.
Longer exhale calms the nervous system.
Right. It actively cools the Martian fire, brings shared calm, helps you both re-regulate together.
These are great tools. But how do we make this more intentional, maybe more sacred? The source mentioned rituals.
It did. It offers a ritual blueprint for a new moon partnership reset.
A new moon for new beginnings. Makes sense.
So you light red candles for Mars energy, but focused action, not aggression.
Okay.
Then you write 3 shared goals for your child on bay leaves. Bay leaves are often used for intention setting.
Right.
Then you burn them in a clay bowl, stating an affirmation aloud. Our child's peace is our victory.
Our child's peace is our victory. That's powerful.
It really is. The source explains it's not just symbolic. It aligns your intentions, harnesses cosmic timing, and moves you beyond individual agendas.
It solidifies that shared goal. Let's look at the case study the source provides. How does this all work in a real-life scenario?
Okay, so the example is a Sagittarius dad with Mars in the 7th. He's naturally spontaneous, big picture, wants freedom.
Classic SAG.
Right. And he's clashing with the Virgo stepmom with Mercury in the 4th. She values structure, order, daily routines.
Oh boy. Freedom versus structure. I can see the arguments already. Differing parenting style.
Exactly. One wants adventure, the other wants schedules and boundaries. Very common clash. But the source offers specific solutions for this dynamic.
Okay, like what? How do you bridge that gap?
Well, first, astro timing. The source suggests holding important co-parenting talks during Jupiter hours.
Jupiter rules Sagittarius.
Precisely. So that timing fosters optimism, generosity, a bigger perspective, helps smooth things over, encourages understanding.
Smart. What else?
Supportive stones? Using carnelian for courage and compromise, and blue kyanite for clear communication during the talk.
Like energetic anchors.
Helps keep things grounded and open. And maybe most powerfully, an empowering script.
A script?
Yeah, practicing something specific like, I value your... mention their strength, like spontaneity or attention to detail. Let's blend our approaches.
Acknowledging the strength first.
Exactly. It reframes it from a battle to collaboration, integrating each other's gifts instead of fighting them.
That really shifts the dynamic, focusing on strengths. What about looking ahead? The source mentioned future forecasting.
It did. It looked at upcoming transits, like Pluto moving into Aquarius in 2026.
Pluto is transformation, Aquarius is innovation, technology.
Right, so this has big implications for co-parenting structures. The source sees two paths.
Okay.
The optimized path uses this energy consciously, leveraging tech-shared calendars, good co-parenting apps for transparency and smooth communication. Reduces friction.
Using innovation for harmony.
Exactly. But the ignored path, if the energy isn't consciously directed, Mars-Uranus clashes could flare up.
Uranus is also technology, but sudden shifts.
Right, so tech could become a battleground, stressful custody app fights, sudden digital disagreements. The tech isn't the issue, it's how the energy is channeled through it.
That's a really clear choice presented there, a call to conscious action. I like the pop culture metaphor the source uses.
Oh, the Captain America Civil War one.
Yeah. Allies forced to redefine teamwork for a higher cause. It fits perfectly.
It really does. And it ties into that gender-neutral framing, too. Caregivers with 7H Mars. Your courage to collaborate rewrites family legacies. It's about the strength in choosing unity.
So we've really covered a lot. How Mars in the 7th, often seen as challenging.
Yeah, because of that assertive, sometimes combative side.
Can actually be this incredible catalyst for growth and harmony in co-parenting.
Definitely. And the source validates this with different experts, weaving ancient wisdom with modern understanding. Dimitra George on conscious action, Keiko Ikawa on harmony rituals, Pandit Sanjay Rath on patience practices for Mangala. It's a rich tapestry.
It transforms astrological tension into, well, actionable diplomacy for everyone involved.
Exactly.
So here's a final thought for you to consider. If this assertive Mars energy can truly be transformed from conflict into collaboration, all for a child's peace, where else in your life could you consciously channel your own warrior energy?
Where else could you build bridges instead of walls? Turn that personal friction
Into sacred alliance, into growth.
something to really sit with.
As our cosmic journey concludes,
Dive deeper into your unique path request, your personalized Mars co-parenting audio reading via email.
find the link in the description below.
Explore episode rituals and global remedies. All resources await you there.
Ignite courage.
Think strategically.
Become peace.
Subscribe for Starlight Insights. Thank you for embodying the spirit of the Warrior Diplomat with us today.